They say traders like you can never master the Malaysian SNR. It is only for advanced traders. They lied. Today, I'll show you how to combine Malaysian support and resistance with your candle range theory to take high win rate trades. I'm going to be starting from basics, then move to advanced, breaking each step. You will learn how to catch market sniper entries. Miss this and continue donating to the markets. And if you just know from trading from the soul where ICT is simplified, like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. What's the Malaysian support and resistance? This is what the Malaysian support and resistance looks like. This is what it looks like. Mistakes I see traders make with this is what? Marking it out like this. This is wrong. Malaysian support and resistance are a special way of marking out our support and resistance by using swing points in the market. Swing points. Yes, if you can be able to find your swing points, you'll be able to identify your Malaysian support and resistance. Also, I'll be showing you a trick on how to map these guys by these videos and pay attention. So swing points are areas in the market that showed small problems before moving to the upside or downside. Market either moves up or it moves down. But when it finds it difficult to move up, this example right here, we have what we call a swing point. And we can frame our Malaysian support and resistance like this. We can decide to go to the lower time frames to refine it. And we make a trade exactly at this horizontal line towards the downside. Don't worry, I'll show you how to refine all this in this video. You have to understand this from the swing point perspective. And it is that thousands of students, I thought this understand it better from what swing point perspective. Please pay attention. Can you help me spot the swing points here? Areas that we had issue before we go into the upside or down. Can you see when this bullish candle moved up, we had a red candle in the middle that opposite before we made another bullish candle. The closing of this candle is my Malaysian resistance. And you see how market returned back to this place, this exact point, and we can just frame our trades off like this. Can you see the risk to reward ratio? Can you see this one off here? We almost got an entry right here. Can you see which one? This one right here. Can you see the exact point before market went to the upside? Look at how beautiful this trade is. Understand this properly. You have to understand what bullish Snr looks like and what bearish Snr looks like. Malaysian support is when two candles are in opposite direction, forming what? A V shape. Can you see we have a bearish candle right here which opened from here and closed towards here. We have a bullish candle that opened from here, the same place, and closed here. Can you see that if you connect the dots properly, that we have what? A V-shaped pattern right here. Now this is when it gets exciting. Now we don't mark it, we're marking out the support from the wicks, that we mark it from the roots of this our V shape. We're gonna make our entry at that horizontal line, then stop loss and take profit. For these videos end, we're going to be taking multiple examples, but understand these basics properly, please. What is this root? A root is simply where this is our bearish candle, this is our bullish candle, where it joins together, and here gonna be our support. Someone watching will ask, but we don't know what of this bullish candle, it closes above this one, is it still valid? Look at this now. Is it not a V shape? The sizes of the candles don't matter in this support and resistance. Then we're going to frame the intersection as our support. We'll make our entry right here, stop loss, take profit. What of this example right here? This is what, can you see a V shape, right? We opened from here, we closed here. But this bullish candle right here, rather than opening from this same place that this candle closed, we opened above it, slightly above it, this price. How do you mark out your Malaysian support in this scenario? Because you see this a lot in the market, especially when there is gap in the market, when there is much spread. how will you mark out this? If you picked this, you are wrong, and that's a loss. Can you see? But if you picked this, you see how market came back to this exact zone before pushing to the upside, traders, and that's the perfect entry for us. It is important for you to watch my first video of this, which is unlock Malaysian SNR, for you to understand this video properly. Heading on, for Malaysian resistance is what? Can you see this is a bullish candle, this is a bearish candle. They move what? In opposite direction. Bullish candle opened here and closed here. Bearish candle opened at that point and closed here. Can you see what formed is our A shape? The intersection, the root can be our resistance. Going to make our entry, stop loss above that, and trade to the downside. So this example right here, can you see we have a V shape, which is our support, and if we check properly, we also have an A shape right here, which is what a resistance level, traders. I want you to visualize this as when you're traveling from Nigeria to what? To United States. All of a sudden, you see you no longer want to travel and start heading back towards Lagos. This will create our support level for us. Just when you were halfway to Lagos, probably the Atlantic Ocean, you decided to turn back, which will give us our resistance level, traders. So we now have two zones, a support and what? A resistance. So my question here is, which of these zones are you gonna trade from, A or B? If you choose A, you're right. So when we start talking about storyline buyers on fresh levels, you're gonna understand this properly. Focus on marking out this first. Give me a like and subscribe if you can, getting value from this video. For this example right here, we have what? A support right here. We also have a resistance right here. Someone watching will ask, but Vitos, no, why didn't you mark out your resistance like this here? Because in Malaysian way of marking out support and resistance, we deal with closing prices. This bullish candle opened here and it closed here, but this bearish candle opened here, and you see why here was our resistance level. In fact, if we check in this example we earlier talked about, can you see it was our closing price that we still marked out, betting this our rule here. If we check properly, it's closing price that I've been using to teach all this. Before we go to the chart to backtest this, if you have any question about this, drop it at the comment section. I'll be glad to reply them. Heading on, I'm gonna be looking at the bearish and bullish example of this in charts. This is daily time frame gold. What can you see here is swing point and what? A V shape. We opened, closed here, open, closed here. Here will can be our support. Can you see the accuracy? Exactly this point. So I'm gonna make my entry here. Stop loss. I'm gonna use 300 points for gold. And can you see what? A 1:8 risk-reward ratio before we went to this daily level. As when we start talking about storylines and the rest, now we'll know whether we'll take profits here or extend it to the next daily level. What else can you see around here? With a candle range theory model right here at our support. I taught you guys that this is our one stupid candle, that the low of the candle is our candle range low, and the high of it candle range high. That when second candle, it is allowed to go have a total sweep of it, then tap our Malaysian support, which it did right here, and what? Close back immediately, which is kind of what happened exactly here. I told you guys in my candle range series that we now expect series of candles to continue to start pushing to the upside, which is what happened here. We can make our entry here, stop loss below here, and can you see this will improve your win rate. And can you see how market pushed to the upside after forming our CRT here? Then someone watching will ask, but Vitos, no, can you see that this will reduce our risk to reward ratio, messing up the concept of Malaysian SNR, which we prioritize risk to reward ratio. What are we gonna do? That's why I told you in my candle range series that we move to the lower time frame to get sniper precision entries. This week here can be our entry, which I called a change instead of delivery. Our entry will look something like this. But let's try to go to the lower time frame. So this is 5 minutes time frame. Can you see when markets was mitigated this support right here? Exactly that change instead of delivery. This right here will be my entry, and I'll place my stop loss below here, and this is how it looks like from the daily time frame. Can you see? 1:7 risk to reward ratio. If you want to understand how we use this CRT properly, watch my one stupid candle and structure that turn losers to monsters. I'll link it up here. Let's look at this example right here. What can you see? Well, a swing point. Can you see we opened here and closed here? Bullish candle opened here and closed here. A V shape. I will mark out the closing of this candle as our support. Another tool that can help you in marking out these stuffs accurately is what? Click on here and switch to line chart, which will give you something like this. Print out these V and A levels for you. Can you see how market came back to exactly our zone and pushed up traders? I'll make my entry right here, top loss 300 points, and can you see how market sparked to the upside? But can you see what we also have a resistance right here in this on this daily time frame, which will be a 1:6 risk to reward ratio. And what could you have used right here? What our CRT model right here, traders. 1:6 risk to reward ratio. Let me know whether you want me to make a video on how to select these zones, because not every support or resistance works. Again, what can you see from this our zone? What our CRT model formed right after mitigating this our support right here. This is our one stupid candle range low, and we had our what turtle soup change instead of delivery, and we spark to the upside. Let's look for another one. Can you see we have a support right here? But can you see we failed? Why? Because of, can you see what? There's no CRT right here. Let's look for another one. Can you see this is also a support called and open and close right here? But can you see how market came to this exact point before going to the upside? Our entry will look something like this. Stop loss gonna be 200 points. Can you see how market sparks before going to the next high right here? Can you see how market sparks? Or before getting, even if I want to target this candle range high, can you see how it got to this level? 1:9 risk to reward ratio, traders. Let's look for another one. Look at this one right here. Can you see this is a resistance? Can you see we missed this one? Almost there. Let's see. Can you see what can you see? A swing point. This is a bullish candle. This is a bearish candle, giving off what? An A shape right here. This is our resistance zone. Can you see how markets returned back to that level and went to the downside? We can go to what? Day 4-hour time frame to make some refinements. We want to find this exact point that this went down. Can you see we have this zone right here? I can furthermore go to the 1-hour time frame to make more refinements. I want to get to the exact point. Can you see I refined it to this particular level right here? I can refine it to this one as well. With those zones, can you see what how price got to this exact point? Nothing, no drawdown. Can you see? Before what going to the downside, I can make my entry right here. Top loss 200 points. And what else can you see around here? Our candle range theory wants to be candle sweep of it, mitigate our Malaysian SNR. You can never fail it with candle range theory before pushing down. Could have got stopped out right here, and we make an entry right here. The CRT formed right here will be our entry. Top loss can be the same 200 points, and where we our take profit be, we can use nothing less than what? A 1:5 risk to reward ratio, or we what? Move to the daily time frame. We let the daily tell us what we can use. What can we see? A support right here, what? A V shape right here. a support. We can use line charts to confirm this zone. We can make our TP at this support, or use what this resistance level right here. Can you see we have an A shape right here? Could have done something like this TP right here. So when watching we say, but Vitos, no, we have what markets break this resistance zone. Why did you still have to respect it? Because you don't understand what type of support and resistance we have, which is SBR and RBS. This is what SBR looks like, and this is what RBS looks like. So SBR is simply support turning into resistance. This is our support right here to trade from. When market returns back to our support right here, we try to buy and we fail, it turns into a resistance zone. We can actually wait for market to return here and we sell to the downside. But you ask, but Vitos, no, it didn't break this week, this candle. It didn't also break this week as well. In this Malaysian SNR, a break of what the closing prices is enough for us. Look at this example, don't miss this. Can you see what we rejected this support right here? What here is still a support until we finally break it. What of this example right here? RBS is when what a resistance right here gets broken and it turns into what a support. We have to make our entry and buy to the upside traders. So we're going to be combining our Malaysian support and resistance with our candle range theory to take a trade on the chart. But before that, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if this is helping. Our entry model, we're going to use it weekly, daily, 4 hours and 5 minutes for this. So for the weekly, we're going to be using this support and resistance. Daily, use it for refinements, 4 hours for refinement as well. 5 minutes, we're going to be using our candle range theory. This is weekly time frame gold. This is a trade from 6th May this 2025. What can you see from all these places? A swing point, another swing point right here. I'll frame my support like this and my resistance like this. Using what I've been teaching you, this our what resistance right here. I told you guys, whenever a resistance gets broken like this bullish candle, it turns into a support. Next step is what? Refinement from daily and 4 hour. Before we go to the daily and 4 hour to refine this, I'm going to put a box from this support right here to what? This old high right here, which is the PDRM metrics I've been teaching you guys in this channel. I will then gladly move towards the daily time frame. In daily time frame, we are to refine this zone. What can we see? What a support right here. Again, what can you see? What an RBS right here. It was a resistance. This bullish candle broke it, turned into what a support. RBS. This is what we have from the daily time frame. Then I'll put a box from this support toward our old high before we move towards the 4 hour time frame. For further refinements, I'm going to be refining the things inside this box. What can you see here? We have what? An RBS, a resistance turned into what? A support. And what else can you see? We need the exact points in the market is going to reverse from. We have what? A support right here. We are not going to be using these supports right here. Why? Pause this video and point it out for me. Comment it down below. Why? Because of what? It is not in this our box. It is outside this our box. So I'm going to eliminate it. Currently what we have is this RBS from the 4 hour time frame straight from. So I can make my entry from this exact point, top loss below it, and my TP can be framed from the weekly time frame. What can you see? We have a resistance. Make it our TP. I can furthermore move to the 5 minutes time frame for our CRT. Let's do that. This is 5 minutes time frame. We are waiting for market to come back to this our zone. Okay. Finally, market gets this our zone. Can you see what the accuracy of this we are rejecting? But what can you see right here? What our candle range theory model forming right here? I want to pick candle, turtle soup of it. I'm gonna make my entry right here after this turtle soup. TP gun still be this weekly what resistance level. Let's see how this trade unfolds. Pushing up, we will retrace a little bit and pushed up. Oh, make a break even right now. Push down a little bit. Hey, can you see a full take profit smash traders? And this is exactly how it looks like from the 4-hour time frame. And this is how it looks like what from the daily time frame. A massive rejection traders. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you gained value from this video, if this video really helped you. Concerning this our candle range theory, I have a playlist from what the beginner level to advanced level regarding this candle range theory, blending CRT plus market structure. I'm gonna be putting it up here for you, or watch this one stupid CRT plus market structure that turn losers to masters to start. I'll see you guys there right now.